what's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be checking out the Hasbro Black Panther movie. This is the Vibranium Power Effects mask. The mask itself is intended for kids, so it's rather funny that I use an adult mannequin head at the beginning of this review. But this comes to us from Hasbro for the Black Panther film. It does have light-up effects, and unfortunately doesn't have any sound effects, which I think could have also really benefited this particular mask. Also comes an instruction guide, so fairly straightforward instructions to go through, and we'll have a look at all those things right now. But first things first, let's have a look at the Black Panther mask. It has some really nice, intricate little details. For the most part, an otherwise completely casted black plastic mask. But there are these nice little silver accents here of silver plastic that's around the eye socket areas, around the bridge of the nose, and around the sides of the mouth jaw area. There's a slot, so breathing won't be a problem. There are no slots for the nose area, so luckily there is that little slot area there. They kept that open. Some nice varying degrees of texturing here. Both the smooth plastic, as well you got this kind of rigid plastic textured down below here in the lower chin area, around the nose area, and up at the top here, as well as down the sides. You've got some nice scroll work all happening here. The sticker I've left on, you obviously can take that off when you get this out of packaging. It just indicates that that's the button you want to press when you want to light up this top area here. Technically, it does light up both this section, and to some extent it lights up the areas right above the eyes. Other features on this particular mask, there's a little slot lever here where you can raise or lower a translucent purple plastic visor or eye area of the mask. And again, you just bring that up and bring that down. Spinning it around onto the back, you've got some adjustable straps to fit over a child's head. It can fit technically over an adult's head. I've fitted over my adult-sized head. So it does fit over an adult-sized head, but much more comfortable to be fitting over a child's head. The interior, you've got a little rubber bridge that's going to sit against your nose, and it is a soft rubber, so it's going to be a nice comfortable fit for you. To show you as well the little lever, how everything works, it's actually very straightforward. The lever here, when you bring it up and down, it's just attached to the inside here. It's just attached to the plastic part of the visor, so it very, very straightforward. But again, there's your mask. What's interesting about the mask, though, and this is just the way it was attached inside the pack. If you folded up the cardboard, there were these little, I've seen them on a couple of pieces too, and this is actually a nice fix for having to otherwise cut twist ties and all that other stuff. But there were these little plastic knobs that you could twist, and then once you twisted, you just pulled them out, and then that would release the mask from the inside of the card. The little holes as a result of it that line themselves up to those little plastic pieces I was just talking about can technically also work if you've got some push pins. Granted, yeah, they would be smaller push pins, but even if you could find small enough ones, you could theoretically mount this on the wall, and I think it would look pretty snazzy, I have to admit. The battery compartment is listed on the top area here, and luckily the batteries are already installed. If you could believe it, it only takes one AA battery. That's all it needs. Now going through the, just before we press the button here, the other ear doesn't have the button, so you'll know right away which side you have to press. But just before we activate the light up areas, there's sadly no sound effects. Just want to quickly show you the nice pattern work and tribal work of the clear plastic. Now this section here is going to light up, this area right here. Like I said, it's a little bit going to be here as well, but mostly the coloring, the light up option is going to be here. So we're going to press the button, and it doesn't stay on very long. It turns on, and if you leave it for about 20 seconds, it turns off on its own. It cycles through two different light up options. one for a pulsating light and then one for a steady light. But in both instances, it turns itself off after 20 seconds. So we'll go ahead and press the button right here. And pressing it the first time, it pulsates, which hopefully you can see. Don't worry, we'll turn off the lights as well. Press it again, and you've got yourself a steady light. Now what I was mentioning, and I think it's just by the way it reflects itself down, you get a little bit of the light happening up here as well. We'll see if maybe that changes it all when we cut the lights. Again, I wish there were some sound effects to it, so it wasn't simply just light up options, but we'll go ahead, let's cut the lights and see how much cooler it looks with the lights off. Pressing the light again, now you get a very bright projection of just one singular light down below. And you can see, there's my hand right there, it's pulsating back and forth. We press the button once again, and you've got yourself now a steady light. I tip the mask ever so slightly up. You really aren't going to be seeing that. You're only seeing really the W here. If I tip the mask up slightly, that little bit of reflection I was talking about before with the eyes is not there. So that actually will not light up. It's only going to be the top part, this top part section of the mask. The Hasbro Black Panther Movie Power Effects Vibranium Mask is a nice little role-play toy for the kids to pick up. For any kid that's ever wanted to be Black Panther, now you have a mask to do so. I kind of wish that it did have some sound effects, though. Maybe some pulsating energy sound effects, or something along those lines. I can definitely see why it only needs one AA battery, because really it's only going to be lighting up one area on the front section of the mask. The flip-up eyes are a nice touch. Ultimately, though, the mask isn't as bright as I would hope. It looks a lot, certainly, brighter in the dark, but that's not something that you don't really want to be running around playing Black Panther at night. At the very least, though, the people that are playing against you, they'll definitely be able to see you coming from the very bright W projecting out from your mask. It's relatively light. It's a nice, comfortable fitting mask. Clearly a little bit more geared towards the kids than the adults, but still a fun pick up and play piece from the folks over at Hasbro. Today we were having a look at the Hasbro Black Panther Vibranium Power Effects Mask, and certainly stay tuned. More videos will be coming your way. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to hit that little subscribe button down below, make sure you do so. Many more videos, like I said, will be coming soon. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.